Hi, this is Brian French with the Marketing Freak Show. And today's subject, what we're going to be examining is within LinkedIn, there's some new tools that will allow you to capture data much better than the exporting feature within LinkedIn. So if you've been to LinkedIn and you've accumulated a lot of connections, what you've noticed is that when you download those, it does put it in a CSV spreadsheet that you can access through Excel. So it's going to be a spreadsheet that's going to look something like this. So this is what you get when you download your connections on LinkedIn. It's going to look like this, and it's pretty raw. You can see all these fields over here are not very well formatted. It only picks up a limited amount of data, and it's really pretty messy. And so if you wanted to use this, obviously you would have to go in and delete all these and all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the newer products and services that I've discovered and I'm starting to use does allow you to export items within LinkedIn and contact information to a spreadsheet. And the name of the service is called Ecquire. That's Ecquire, and you can visit the website ecquire.com. And what this website will allow you to do is when you have an incremental connection or a connection that's, let's say, new, or a connection that you want to add one at a time, you can do so with Ecquire and capture much more data. So here we are at my LinkedIn profile. And for example, if I wanted to kind of go to, let's say, a connection, or this is actually an invite to connect. So I'm gonna go to it, and this guy's name is Ron. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, obviously, I'm gonna accept the invitation with this guy. He's an attorney in LA, and so that's one of my kind of target groups of people who I work with and help. But more importantly, you can see this little icon here. So after you go to ecquire.com and you log in and you give the credentials to use this application to LinkedIn, you'll see this little icon. And what this will allow you to do is capture a greater amount of information about Ron. So here I'm going to, I'm not even actually connected with this guy yet, but it still gives me the Ecquire button here, so that's cool. So I'm going to actually click on the button, and what you can see, and what we'll do is we'll move over a little bit. Okay, so now on this right-hand side, what you can see is here is Ron's data points. So it's first name, last name, email address, his company, and these other fields. So it's probably that he didn't, in his contact information, he probably didn't put his telephone number. So that's why that's not displaying. But if he did, you'd be able to pick it up. His address, his role. So all of these kind of functions are much better data points than the data points within LinkedIn. So remember these data points? We'll just move it over a little. Remember these data points? So very kind of sparse data points. So we can see that the data points that are available through Ecquire are much more robust. So if I wanted to add Ron to my, let's say, new contact database sheet, I've actually connected this data information through Google Docs, and that's just all you have to do when you go to Ecquire is stipulate who you want to connect with. They do allow you to import this data into things like Salesforce, MailChimp, and all that kind of stuff. But for my purposes, I just want to see the raw data file or the CSV or the Excel file to begin with. And so that's what this download and export does provide. So let's go ahead and take Ron and export him or submit him to Google Docs. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on it. And then it says Ron Gold updated successfully. And here's something cool. So now I can go in and look at the downloaded information in Google Docs. And we'll just move it over a little bit so you can see it. So what you can see is Ron's information is now captured into this spreadsheet. And obviously this is a spreadsheet I could save in Excel and all that kind of stuff. But you can see there's his data, right? And so he's a lawyer. So this is much better data collection. It has his address. It has this note thing. And it also shows the source. So it has his role. So this data field right here is something that you don't get within the export feature. And what I noticed is that when I exported my raw data, I couldn't tell what the profession was with certain people who I downloaded. So I have like 6,000 connections on LinkedIn, and it's really important that I, send tailored messages to select groups. So like this note section is very, very good. And also the company section has more information and obviously has the telephone number when they do put it in. So this is a very useful, this will be a very useful tool for me to accumulate my newer contacts and to make it part of my maintenance program when I work with people on LinkedIn. So we own a number of groups on LinkedIn, and one of the things that we do is we send a message to them inviting them to connect with us with some simple directions. So you can see Ron followed those directions and gave me an invite. So within just maybe 30 seconds or so, I could go to his invitation, accept his invitation, and add that record, very, very quickly. So I've accepted that. And let's say if I want to go in and go to some of my other contacts, and then what it'll do is it'll start listing, and I want to make sure I select the newer contacts. So I want to go new contacts. So there you can see Ron as a new contact. But let's say that since I started just using this Ecquire, I want to connect with some other people who are, let's say, of a certain category. So let's see what Chris is all about. So she does resort stuff. Here is Craig Sousa. He's an attorney, so I want to connect with him. And so I'm going to his profile. And now you can see the Ecquire logo is here, so I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to submit it. Isn't that easy? Okay, so let's go look at the Google Doc file, and you can see there's Craig Sousa right there and all this contact information. So isn't that awesome? So I'm going to just simply go back to LinkedIn again. And here are additional kind of connections. And again, I'll go to new ones. So we know we've added Craig. Now we're just going to go down to the next one. So this is Joseph. And so I'm going to add Joseph to this list. And bingo. So I add it and I submit it. Done. And so I can go back and forth and add all the more recent connections and collect that data in an Excel spreadsheet that is much more robust than the export feature within LinkedIn. So this is a great tool. If you found this, these tips to be helpful. Oh, one of the good things about using Ecquire is that in using it, it does offer a free download. And so you can use this for a limited time period for free. And as you can see, it does integrate with LinkedIn. And it does integrate with some of these other social media sites. So you can, try this out by going to Ecquire.com, and it'll give you this application that'll allow you to simply log into LinkedIn and capture that data. So a great tool to try out and to start accumulating information about your prospects so you can serve them better. This is Brian French with the Marketing Freak Show. Again, if you found these tips to be helpful, drop me a line and give me some comments in the comments section below. You can drop me an email at brian@floridawebsitemarketing.com. And we do offer consultations with people who do have a marketing budget. So if you have a marketing budget of more than $400 or $500 a month, you're welcome to call me, and we will give you some tips and pointers in using this tool, and also give you an understanding of how we help people in other ways when it comes to their marketing. Again, this is Brian French with the Marketing Freak Show, and thank you for listening, and don't forget to leave comments. Thank you, and have a great day.